Most people think overthinking means you care too much. And I personally think that's not true when we're talking about overthinking. I think a lot of overthinking is actually a form of emotional protection because when you replay a conversation in your head, you're rewriting it in your head like 5 times. You're going over it and going over it and like you're analyzing it like people's facial like if someone gave you a face, you're analyzing those expressions, you're like going things over, you're panicking after maybe you've posted, or you're wondering if something happens, or you're freezing after one awkward interaction. All these things that we do when we feel like we're overthinking, right? All this like, oh gosh, did I say it right? I should have said, oh, I should have just kept quiet. Da, da, da. That is not your brain like searching for clarity when all that thing is happening. It is your brain trying to prepare you emotionally for rejection before it happens. And once I personally understood that, everything just kind of like changed, like landed, made sense for me. Because now I wasn't just dealing with confidence, I was dealing with safety, right? And I think a lot of people have this completely misunderstood what is actually happening to them. And now, stay with me, because in this video, I really want us to understand what overthinking is doing, what our brain is isn't looking for answers. Our brain isn't like, okay, whatever we think we're doing, our brain is trying to avoid that emotional pain that is going on. You're in a situation that, okay, you said something, you raised your hand or whatever, and then now you felt, oh gosh, I'll be embarrassed, or that'll make me embarrassed, or that, or whatever that is, or you said, okay, let me approach this person, and the person just looked at you some way. Now the rejection, and you're analyzing, or should I have said this? Okay, what are you're judging yourself. We're overthinking, okay, maybe if I did this, maybe if I did that, maybe, okay, misunderstanding, right? And then we're analyzing how that's going. Okay, I will do this, but we start overthinking and making things mean things that they're not, or trying to justify. And all this thing we're doing is just emotional protection. Like someone said something in to you in public and people ever just laughed around you or something, how you felt stupid and all these things, and then you start over analyzing what has gone on, what is happening, and what's being said in those times, because overthinking is often our nervous system trying to predict emotional danger. That's what the overthinking is doing. We're thinking, oh, should I say something? Oh no, no, okay. Maybe if I let this person speak first, or let me this is all going on in our head. We're overthinking what's going on. Oh, should I make the first move? Or should I say something? Okay, should I express my? And then we're thinking, oh no, I just want to make sure we're just emotionally protecting ourselves in that sense. We're there trying, thinking, um, like I always have so much conversation going on in my head that why didn't I actually say it to the person? I'm there thinking like, oh, okay, yeah, this is what I'm gonna say, this is what I'm gonna do, da, 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 da. I'm there having a full-on conversation in my head, overthinking how I should approach this scenario, what I should say and how I should act. And meanwhile, the person standing there. The person is there. I'm there smiling. Whereas in my head, I'm like, okay, maybe okay. When they pause there, I'll say this. I'm like, and then the pause comes. And okay, maybe, okay, no, maybe let me just wait a minute. 1 second. Okay, I'll do it in that. I am at the dialogues, and the next is, oh yeah, okay. Oh, it's a pleasure meeting you. Lovely to do. And they go, I'm like, oh my gosh, I missed my chance. I was just emotionally protecting how thinking, oh, I don't want to be embarrassed. Maybe they'll think, okay, who are you speaking to? Like, what? We have all these things going on. We're there making up all this stuff, and then we're not actually doing, and then nothing happens. I'm thinking, oh man. I should have, I could have, I did have. And then we now start overthinking the scenario that we just missed, or we start overthinking the whatever. For so long, like, just having conversation, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm just shy. I'm like, I don't really, it's protection. Our brain wants to keep us safe. So it would do anything to keep us safe, even though we truly wanted to have that conversation, even though we wanted to express ourselves, we wanted to say, yes, me too, I get it, I want to do this. But it just wants us to be safe. It doesn't want us to embarrass ourselves. It doesn't want us to like look stupid. It doesn't want us to act a fool or like people look at you some way. Then it remembers the last time someone looked at you some way. And then it goes on like and start all these things start happening. And we have this thing running in our head that stop us from actually moving forward, from taking that leap. And this is what happens because we're replaying all that conversation that has happened after it's ended. Now we're like, oh man, okay, I should have said that this way. Oh, I should have that caption. I should have put it this way now. Or maybe, oh, this should have happened. You start analyzing. We start overthinking the situation. Man, I should be further like where I am now. Da, 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 da. I'm hammering it. I know. I hope you get the point of all like what's going on. That it is not us being searching for clarity. It is not us like trying to figure out what stuff it is. It's like all the things that is happening. We're analyzing tone, we're deleting posts, we're checking reaction, we're looking for people's sign, we're obsessing, we're checking and overthinking. Oh, is that person upset? Is that person there? Is that so you think you're trying to get it right by overanalyzing, overthinking all these things. You think, oh yeah, okay, I just want to make sure. I just want to do really what you are not doing is you don't want to get hurt. You don't want to feel bad. You don't want to feel the embarrassment, the shame. You just don't want that. And and look, it's no fault of yours because that's the brain's job is to keep you safe. And the only way it knows how to keep you safe is to rein you in, to overanalyze. That might embarrass you. Remember last time you got embarrassed? What happened? Oh, they're gonna talk. Remember these people looking at you some way and like they're like, okay, what do you think you're doing showing up like that? Did it? It's protection by the brain when it does that. That's what the brain's doing. And when we say, for instance, like us interpreters, like this is where when you miss something, you didn't misheard a sign and you signed it wrong or you said something or someone spoke faster and then you start doing all these things and then all these things are going on. A client express whatever, they look funny and then you overthink it. Oh my goodness. Uh didn't I say it right? Like what did I do? Your colleague is there like we're playing over replaying and conversation and acting like did I what oh I missed oh what. And then what happens? We're no longer present. We then start losing the confidence. We then replay, and then the job's finished. You start replaying what has happened. You start going over and over and over and over. It's just protection emotionally. And when interpreting is happening publicly, so now your insecurity feels public too. Because everyone's seeing it. You're there doing your thing, speaking or signing, whatever that is for you as an interpreter. And with all these things going on, it's people seeing, even if it's in a closed room, it's you and the clinician or the person, or you in a whatever. And then you're having all these overthinking thoughts going on. It's public. And now you feel insecure. Now those insecurities start showing up publicly too. And then you start feeling some way. And then people now say, okay, you didn't get it. Okay, people start chipping in and thinking, no, you've lost it. It's just like you just had a moment there of like overthinking, and then maybe you're working with someone else and someone is thinking, okay, you've lost it. And now their reaction now makes you, oh my gosh, I'm not good enough. Go ahead. Or they like someone say something, a deaf person is like, huh? And now if you're working with your deaf interpreter, and then sign language interpreter, say deaf interpreter, excuse me. Yeah, we do have deaf interpreters. And they like, huh? Maybe the huh is not to your signing, it's to like, what the heck is this person saying? I don't get it, but that you're thinking is your signing that they don't get. It's like they don't understand the concept of what's being said, but you overthinking, my hand shape wasn't right? Like, did I, what? When overthinking sort of being present on the next word that's been said, that what's going on next? We're now over analyzing and overthinking the situation when it really wasn't, maybe not you, it was just they're not getting the concept of what's been said. Not they don't understand what you signed or what you like. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying here. Like, because we make this thing mean. We're such great meaning giving machine. We give meaning to everything. We overthink it, analyze it, or maybe they say, oh, if I said that, maybe that would happen. And the loop continues, and we just keep on keeping on. Then when we're thinking, right? We start feeling. This is the thing. And all these things are split seconds that then they build up. We're thinking, oh my goodness, and then our chest starts tightening. We start getting this tension. Our shoulders like feels heavy, like, okay. We start like panicking. You start like, okay, did I in real time? Because of all this overthinking, you're thinking, you start feeling all this stuff like, uh, maybe I didn't like, is that, maybe I didn't over prepare properly. I didn't do it. Now it starts showing in your body. You start feeling it. And then what happens? You thought it. You're feeling it. Now you start acting. Okay. You shrink. Okay. Like lost. You're thinking, you're feeling, you act. And then what happens? You give up. I don't know. Take over. Uh, and then like, oh no, not you again. Can you see how the cycle happens? From just one thought of overthinking what's happening in front of us to how we then start feeling like we freeze, we stop breathing. Sometimes we feel like our heart going, and sometimes you're like the tummy is like turning, and you're like, oh gosh, like what's going on? The tense, the muscle, our joints are going. All these things we start to feel. And because of that feeling, we go like heavy, like, oh, we start acting like someone that doesn't get it. We start acting like someone that is lost, someone that has shame or that is just frozen. Like that. It's happening like that in quick session. But in our head, it's like we just taken 10 minutes. That was like a whole range, but it just happens in the moment. All these things happen because now we're acting what we thought because of how we felt. Now we're acting that way. And then what happens? We lose out. We like freeze and like, oh gosh, gone. Okay. Can you see the connection here? Can you see what's actually happening? Because we overthought. Hope again we're saying this. Because your body is reacting to the threat that hasn't even happened yet. Because you thought it, you're feeling it now. Your body's reacting like it's reacting like like I'm trying to think of different reaction. But you get me. Mine is always like my go-to is when I start is like I just go blank. Like my head start going, I don't get it. I don't know what's I don't like. Then I start feeling this tension in my shoulders and stuff like that. A friend of mine just goes like her belly just starts doing somersaults, start doing like different yoga poses in her belly, and then she's like doing this movement like as if she's about to, not physically, but just, but it shows up in different ways for us, but it's having what is actually happening. That's the key thing. And that's what I really want us to understand. That this is why capable people, you are skilled, you know your stuff. You like, you know, you've got this. You've done the training, you've been certified, you've done it. And then because of what's going on, you now pass it on to someone else. And then now you're in a rest mode. And then you're looking at them. You can say everything that's been said, like you get it now. And then when it comes back to you, it's like, and then when you're just watching, oh yeah, yeah, I see it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's so funny. It's like when you, you know, when you have all these, oh gosh, what they call all these programs online where people be like, man, I can answer all these questions, da 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 da. And then when they go onto the show and then do the thing, it's like their brain freezes and it's gone. It's like, and like when I was at home, I was answering, I could just go, go, go because the pressure wasn't there. It's a whole different situation. You were calmer, you were relaxed, you were in your own comfort. Now, all eyes on you. Everything's going on. Time factor is also there, and all these things are happening. Like all the how you see and think about yourself. Oh, all those things have a play in, and then with this overthinking, it just makes things worse. And that's what's happening, and that's how like things are just flowing. And this is not because you're not capable. You are very skilled. You know what you're saying. You have all the understanding. You are intelligent. You know what to do. You have it down. And I'm going to use this word very intentionally. But you are emotionally retreating after the discomfort because of what that situation, what that thing is making you feel like you hold back. And you stall, not because you don't know, not because you don't know what to say or what to do. It just felt uncomfortable in that time. And your brain wanted to keep you safe. So it did what it knew best to emotionally just tell you, no, this is danger. No, remember we got embarrassed. No, remember how they said and what happened and this. That's what's happening. And now it's understanding that a lot of people, you don't lack ability. You don't lack knowing what that next thing to do is. That's not the issue. What it is the lack of that emotional safety while being visible. There are people there now. Like you're being like looked at you. They're being like they're seeing you. That's the thing that is that safety is no it doesn't feel safe anymore. And you know what? That is huge. That's a lot. So now that we know what's really going on and how we're feeling and all this thing that's happening. You might ask, so how do I stop overthinking? It's a very good question. But what I would rather you ask instead is how what am I emotionally preparing myself for? What is what is that thing? Then worrying about what we're overthinking, what's the emotional preparation for? What's our emotional protection for? What's that? That's what we need to find out. What's that for us? That's where the work's at. That's that. Because then we can know, is it because they might reject me? I might feel humiliated. I might fail at this. Maybe they won't be, I might not be understood. I might not belong. If I say anything, I might be exposed that, oh, you don't really like whatever that is. That was a huge one for me, being exposed. Because at the time, I was told that, you can't say anyone you're dyslexic and whatever. So I was always like, anything that was going to expose me, I retreated from. I would analyze and figure out, okay, how do that was mine. You get to figure out what yours is. What is that happening for you? Because that is the thing underneath that is affecting that emotional protection going on. When you can figure what that is, that's the thing. If you need help figuring it out, my DM's always open. You can have conversation. I can support you in really getting that clarity and understanding of what that is. Because maybe you ain't that bad at showing up. Having that understanding, it's not that's the thing. It's maybe that your nervous system hasn't learned very early that visibility doesn't hurt. Your nervous system you don't get it. You don't understand. So it just associates that with that, and that's it. Doesn't see anything different. Right? So now your brain is just trying to protect you before anything happens. It's projecting. It has like a foresight, or it thinks it does. Oh no, this will embarrass you. Remember last time? You start overthinking, analyzing. This is like, they will expose you. This will do that. So yeah, it's just keeping, it's just the brain protecting you. But that protection and the expression really grows in the same place. You can't keep protecting yourself and expect to grow and expect things to move for you. It can't. It's either you keep allowing the protection to slow you down, to stop you from really putting yourself out there, from really doing the thing that you want to do. Oh, if I post that thing, people are gonna be there, or I'm not gonna have that many likes, so this is gonna happen. So let me just wait till I get more cadence, or I kind of like know my thing, and you're protecting yourself. But if you just express yourself, I'm just gonna post it regardless of what outcome and how many people I if like or whatever, I'll comment. At least I can see it, and then can I course correct? Then okay, next time I film, maybe do this, and maybe that will. Oh, okay, this one was really good. Okay, I will do that. You see, we're expressing, we're growing in this way, and then we're seeing what's working, and then we can course correct. But if we are protecting ourselves, and we are just kind of like, maybe later, let me just wait a bit. Let me get some more training on this area. Let me understand that. That protection will stall you and you never move. And we think that we're doing, it sounds clever, it sounds logical, it sounds like the right thing to do, just protecting, right? But we've got to grow. We've got to understand what this overthinking is doing and what is stopping us from, and all those things. Work on that thing, and then we keep growing. We keep moving on. If not, those two things cannot be in the same place, and you will not progress. And we wonder a year from now why we feel like we're sitting in the same place and nothing has moved and everything just seems the same, and we're just being, you know? So yeah, this is the key. Go figure out what's that thing for you, what's that emotional protection that is going on for you, and yeah, and start sorting out and just keep an eye on the ball. I am Nene. We do this every single day. Remember that your voice matters and it's your time. There is so much greatness. There is so much power. There is so much still in you that we get to just bring out. There's someone waiting to hear your song. Okay, not literally in some wise, you know what I mean? Like whatever you have to bring, whatever that passion, whatever that thing is for you, there it is. That. Stop allowing this emotional protection that is overthinking stop you from being and doing and having that which you desire. Till tomorrow. Bye for now.